Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Monica. I like to post anti-MLM and some life content. In today's video, I'm going to be reacting to a Beachbody coach. There was a video that was sent to me last night. I'm recording this on Sunday and hoping to get this up on Monday because I have somewhere to be, so I just wanted to record this before I just didn't even have time to, and there's a bunch of things that are fresh on my mind, so I just wanted to talk about them right away. And of course, since this is anti-MLM, just as a disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only and just my opinions. Also, yes, I am in a different spot. I am recording from home, so if you see or hear my dogs, it is because they are in the room with me, and the sun keeps going up and down, so I'm so sorry for any type of, nonsense going on in this video. But anyway, let's stop with the intro. So this Beachbody coach went off on a little bit of a rant. Now, I wouldn't say that she was 100% nasty, but I would say that she seems like she has gotten to the point where she's so frustrated with a lot of things that are being said to her by either anti-MLM people or even by coaches that are leaving her team. And that sucks because if someone leaves your team, you lose commission on that. So it's understandable that she's frustrated. It's understandable that she has something to say about it. Now, I'm not taking her side. I'm not. So don't take that as me taking her side. I think the fact that I am an ex-Hunbot, I can kind of sympathize a little bit more with people that are currently still in MLM. So the one thing I wanted to go over is this person is the perfect example of undue influence. If you have not heard this term yet in the anti-MLM community, I would say familiarize yourself with it. And if you are looking for more content regarding that, the Recovering Humbot goes more into the psychological aspects behind MLM. So I do recommend watching some of her videos. But if you've never heard of undue influence, I'm going to read the Google definition. It is the influence by which a person is induced to act otherwise than by their own free will or without adequate attention to the consequences. I talked a little bit about this in my video regarding deprogramming from your MLM and leaving your MLM company, and it was something that is also referring to the bite model a little bit. All of this kind of ties into the bite model and, like I said, the psychological aspect of MLM companies. Because of the way that she reacted, I do think that there is some kind of undue influence, and I do think that probably her upline, I don't know how far up in the company she is, but it seems like she's pretty far up in the company. I don't know if maybe her upline or whoever signed her up just not necessarily brainwashed, but kind of. Anyway, there are a few things that I wanted to go over in this reactions video. So I do have my laptop. I am going to be looking at my notes, but I also want to share the clip that we are going to be discussing. So I guess let's just get right into it.
Tough love that I'm going to give you can apply to any area of your life, but I am going to specifically focus on health and wellness and building a business, because sports and wellness and building a multi-six-figure business, that's what I know how to do. So let's just use this as an example. I hear a lot from people, okay, just in this sphere, not people I work with, but people who have either tried the programming and failed at it, or tried to do the business and it didn't work out for them, and they will make these bold statements like, it doesn't work. Those programs don't work. You can't get results. Okay. Why don't you tell that to the hundreds of thousands of people who have?
So it actually cut out, and she goes into, I'm not going to share the photos because I don't want to show the photos of other people, but she went into showing the photos of other people who have had great results with the program. Me personally, I will say that Beachbody did put me on the right path to be able to lose weight, to be able to be more conscious of what I'm eating, and basically just get up and move. But I think that a lot of times these health and fitness MLMs, they don't allow people to give themselves enough credit, because it's not the company that made you lose weight, it's you. So you need to give yourself more credit because you're the one that lost the weight, you're the one that meal prepped, You're the one that did the workouts. And I think that that's the problem, is that they give too much credit to the actual MLM company. Now, with that being said, I think that her tone is very demeaning, because she says how, people that say it doesn't work for them, that sort of thing, let me show you results from people, which is great. Obviously, you have to show results regardless of, whatever you're doing. However, I do have a problem with the demeaning tone, because you have to remember, one, you are not a nutritionist, you're not a dietitian, you're not a personal trainer. You are just a coach for an MLM company. Now, and I put that in quotes because I use that word very loosely, but you don't know everyone's ailments. You don't know everyone's, I guess, strengths and weaknesses. You can kind of see it from getting to know someone, but the problem is that the health and fitness program that you're dishing out, it doesn't work for everybody. Every single's body is different. Some people can lose weight like that. Other people, it's a little harder. The problem is that even Shakeology, not everyone can take Shakeology because of whatever ailments they have. So that's something that these Beachbody coaches need to take into consideration, because not everyone is going to be successful. This isn't a plan for everybody. Even if you just look at people who do specific diets, or even if you look at what dietitians and nutritionists do, everyone has their own specific diet. Everyone has their own specific lifestyle change that they have to make in order to lose weight. And this isn't a one size fits all. No health and diet regimen, I guess you can say, it's not a one size fits all.
Come at me and tell me the programs don't work. You want to know why they didn't work for you? Because you didn't follow the program. Because you didn't follow the nutrition plan the way it was designed. Because you didn't do the workout calendar the way that it was designed. Because you didn't drink your superfoods. That's why it didn't work, homie. It's not because it's broken. It's not because it doesn't work. It works. You have to follow the plan. Hello?
That tone really, really irks me, because like I said before, it's very demeaning, and it's also, I would say it's also condescending, because you're making people feel bad for not losing weight. This might be a very hard thing for them to do. Maybe they have a binge eating disorder. That is something you cannot treat. That is something you cannot help. That is something that they need to go to a professional for. So for you to sit there and try to make it seem like this is a one size fits all type of a thing is just so rude. So in this next portion, I'm not going to show clips because it does have a bunch of people in it and a bunch of their faces, but she goes into the income progression of a bunch of people that I guess are on her team that are also successful on her team. I do not know what rank they are at, so I don't know where this income came from. I'm not 100% sure. So, but anyway, let's fast forward a little bit. I'm actually shocked that she included that in there, because how many times do we see MLM reps who do not include this income disclaimer that they're supposed to, because a lot of people just say this is my income, and they try to guarantee that other people can make money too.
I have to put up that income disclaimer, but I also enjoy putting it up because it says income is not guaranteed. It is based upon his or her efforts. What makes you think that I walk outside every day and pull hundreds off my palm trees? No, I've worked and grinded my butt off for over 6 years for everything that I have. And the saddest part about anything in life, when you see wasted talent and potential an opportunity is that people do not see all of the hard work that's underneath the surface. They show up and they show up and they show up and they're like, oh, well, nothing's sprouting. But meanwhile, underneath the surface are strong roots. You cannot expect your crops to just pop up to the surface. You wouldn't expect that if I gave you a seedling, right? So why do you expect that for a multi-six-figure business too? I don't understand. You. Not everyone is meant to do what I do, and I wholeheartedly accept that, and that is okay. But do not, if it's A, not for you, or B, you weren't successful at it, don't tell other people that it's not for them or that they're not going to see success. Let them make that decision. Let them get plugged into the right community. Let them actually live out what they want for themselves. Let them use their skills of grit and not.
Why would we see someone, the anti-MLM community, for example, why would we allow someone to learn from their mistakes by signing up for an MLM company when we know well they are not going to make any money?
Even think about it, unless you want me to call you out on it, on calling network marketing a pyramid scheme or telling people that the market is too oversaturated, because those are straight up lies, and those are limiting beliefs, and those are things that you've told yourself or you've heard from someone else who failed at this. And I would much rather someone just say it wasn't for me and move on. But don't go out saying this stuff to people, because it's just a reflection on your lack of success. Own your lack of success. Who cares? It isn't for everyone. But don't prevent other people from being a part of something that can literally change their lives. And one of the things that has driven me crazy over 6 years is when I hear from people, the market is saturated. Really? Really? Let's do some math. I was a finance major, so I'll help you out.
This part really just, I know that she said, oh, I was a finance major. Girl, that sounds so demeaning. And let me just say something about market saturation before we continue with this. When I was a Beachbody coach in my area alone, now I'm not saying that this is the same in every single area, but in my area alone, there were so many Beachbody coaches in the same downline. There was a point in time where when 3 of us were pitching the exact same person. The same person. Can you imagine being one person and getting bombarded by 3 coaches and then having to decide who you want to become part of their team or become part of their challenge group? This is a problem. This is a real problem. That one part, which many are discount coaches like my parents and even some of my loyal customers who just want to save money. Yeah, but you're still making a commission off of them. So it doesn't matter if they're a discount coach because you as their upline are still making a commission off of them.
I can't even. 1,000th of a percent. Like, it's not even 1%. It's 1,000th of 1%. Stop selling these lies to people. When I didn't make the volleyball team in middle school because I couldn't serve over the net, I didn't say volleyball sucks, volleyball's not a real sport, volleyball's for losers. No, I accepted defeat. I realized it wasn't my lot in life. And guess what? I went on to become a professional golfer, because that's what you do. You accept failures and you move on. Stop making people believe these lies and go own whatever it is you're supposed to do, and let the people who want to see success in whatever it is that they want to do. even if it's network marketing.
Before I move on to another part of this reactions video, I guess you can say, I wanted to go over, before I obviously forget or before whatever, when she was talking about market saturation, let me pop up on the screen the income disclosure statement from Beachbody. At the very bottom of the PDF file, it says only 43.9% of coaches in the company received a bonus or commissions check. Now, at the same time, this is just a commissions check. This is just their income. This does not include expenses. This does not include taxes. This does not include fees, personal volume. This is just the money that they got from just their income. This doesn't show everything else. And then when she says to stop telling people lies, well, why don't you show us sources that were spreading lies? Just because you did a little bit of math, just because you sat there and said that you had a finance degree, doesn't make it facts. If you want to have a bold statement like that and saying that the entire anti-MLM community is lying, show us the resources that say that it's fine, because I'm going to show you something right now, girlfriend. And this was on the FTC's website, so this is a legitimate source. The title of this article is Multi-Level Marketing Businesses and Pyramid Schemes. Are you considering a business opportunity that involves selling products to family and friends and recruiting other people to do the same? That kind of business is called multi-level marketing, MLM, or network marketing. Some MLMs are illegal pyramid schemes. Most people who join legitimate MLMs make little or no money. Some of them lose money. People who become involved in an illegal pyramid scheme may not realize they've joined a fraudulent venture and typically lose everything they invest. Some also end up deeply in debt. Here's what you should know about MLMs and pyramid schemes, along with what you should do before joining an MLM program. Now, I'm going to only go over certain parts of this article. I will leave it linked below for anyone who wants to read the entire thing. But here are some warning signs of a pyramid scheme. Promoters make extravagant promises about your earning potential. Stop. Such promises are false. Promoters emphasize recruiting new distributors for your sales network as a real way to make money. Walk away. In a legitimate MLM program, you should be able to make money by just selling the product. Now, that is a very important point to make, because when we look at MLM companies, yes, you get money from selling a product. However, in more times than not, you see a greater income potential when you start recruiting people. And then it no longer becomes just selling the product. Now it's, I got to build my team because I got to make some more money. This is how I'm going to make money. Look at all the income disclosure statements. Anyone who is at a top rank are the people that are making a ton of money. And then the people who just sign up and they're at the bottom, because if you think about it, most people who are at the bottom of the triangle-like structure, those are the people that are just selling the products, who are not building a team. Look at the income disclosure statements. More times than not, at least in the MLM companies that I've been able to research so far, a lot of the lowest earnings are $0, or it says not available, or it says you'll make maybe $100 in a year. Now, that just goes to show that if you're at the bottom of the food chain, basically, you are most likely not going to make money from just selling the products. Remember a few videos ago when I talked about a Color Street rep who reached out to me and she said that she was not making money from just selling the product. All she wanted to do was sell the product because she did like the product. And she saw that if she were to start building a team, that's how she would actually make an income, because she wasn't making anything from just selling the product. Promoters play on your emotions or use high-pressure sales tactics, maybe saying you'll lose the opportunity if you don't act now and discouraging you from taking time to study the company. Leave by the nearest exit. Any company that tries to pressure you to join is one to avoid. What was this person just saying? Stop spreading lies. Stop telling people to not join. And this can change their life and this and that. And it's that FOMO, that fear of missing out, that these coaches typically use as a tactic to recruit more people or get more customers. More times than not, how many of us have gotten the hey hun and the hey girl message? All of those messages are focused on joining their team and recruiting, not by just trying the product. Distributors buy more products than they want to use or can resell just to stay active in the company or to qualify for bonuses or other rewards. If you see this happening, keep your money. Now, there's a portion of this article that says do your homework, and it says to research the company. So, of course, it says search online for the name of the company and words like review, scam, or complaint. So that is something that you should do and you should research. All of the MLM reps that I have seen in reactions videos or anything like that, they all say the same thing. Do your research. This is not a pyramid scheme. This is an MLM company, blah, blah, blah. But they won't tell you to do the research on the company because they want you to join. Always do your research on the company. Research what distributors are saying. Individual distributors often post their own training videos online to promote the MLM. Search for these materials. Be suspicious if the trainings make earnings claims. Tell you that the fastest way to make money is to recruit. Or suggest that all you need to do is build a downline. Find two people who find two people. Claims like these are hallmarks of a pyramid scheme. How many times have we seen MLM reps, whether it be in screenshots in the anti-MLM Reddit or whether it be other reactions videos? We hear this a lot. Consider the products. MLM companies may sell quality items at competitive prices, but some offer goods that are overpriced, have questionable benefits, or are downright unsafe to use. For example, be very skeptical about health products advertised as having miracle ingredients or guaranteed results. Those claims are generally false or at least unproven, and at worst, the products could be dangerous. If you watched my Plexus video, in that video, the person was talking about Plexus products as if they were a miracle. And she talked about all of the ailments that it helped with. Or, even with Shakeology, for example. I'm not saying that people are making claims that it's a miracle product, but they're constantly saying that this is a superfood and you have to have Shakeology. But the problem is that when I had someone ask me, I have diabetes, can I take Shakeology? Beachbody coaches cannot say yes or no to that because they are not qualified to know these things. So that is when you have to tell them that they need to talk to a professional. They need to talk to a doctor, a nutritionist, whatever the case may be. But, this Shakeology, in my opinion, it didn't really help. I don't think that it helped the way that they were making claims that it did. I know that I reacted to one of my old videos before, and I actually talked about in that video how I said that it helped with all of these things. But I don't think it did. I think it was just the fact that I started taking care of my health again. And of course, once you start taking care of your health and you start eating your vegetables and you start, basically just watching what you eat and working out, of course things are going to change. That doesn't mean that it's Shakeology or that it's whatever product you're using from whatever company, whether it be Herbalife or Plexus or Beachbody, whatever the case may be. Then it goes into some questions to ask. And these are the questions that are listed on the FTC's website. How long have you been in the MLM? How much money did you make last year after expenses? What were your expenses last year? Which, remember, I talked about how she shared income, but that didn't show expenses. That's just income. Have you borrowed money or used your credit card to fund your business? How much did you borrow? How much do you owe? Do you need to have recruits to make money? How many people have you recruited? How many people did you recruit last year? How many of your recruits have left the business? What percentage of the money you made came from selling the product to customers outside the MLM? What percentage of the money you made, income and bonuses, less your expenses, came from recruiting other distributors and selling them inventory or other items to get started? How much time do you spend on the business? How much inventory did you have to buy from the MLM last year? Did you sell all of your inventory? So those are just some things to consider that were on the FTC's website, and before you join an MLM or before you do anything, just read through whatever you can find online. Read through the FTC, read through the income disclosure statement and see just how many people that are in the company actually get some kind of income. And remember, that doesn't include expenses, taxes, fees. Now, the last thing, all right, Your Highness, go up. Sierra, go up on the bed. Go. My pit bull has this issue where she has to be coached to jump on the bed because, oh, hi baby, because she gets nervous of jumping up by herself. The last and final thing that I wanted to go over in this reactions video is something that she posted on her Insta story towards the end of this rant, I guess you can say, that kind of irked me in more ways than one. Know what's scary? When you didn't use hashtags on a story or post and you have people who don't follow you leaving you nasty messages in the DMs. Don't tell me the government or not great people aren't using technology to brainwash you and influence your decisions. So, first and foremost, the one thing that I do not agree with in the anti-MLM community is the bullying and the Hun shaming. The fact that there are so many people that are messaging these MLM reps, and I see it all the time on Instagram, and it's disgusting that some people in the anti-MLM community feel the need that they need to attack these people. At the end of the day, these are still people. And if you're going to attack MLM reps and try to educate them, if you're going to start off by attacking them, they're not going to listen. They're going to become defensive. They're going to defend their MLM and their livelihood, as they like to put it. So if you truly want to educate someone, you cannot send them nasty DMs. But I think that it's so wrong that people in the anti-MLM community think that that's okay. And they think that that's how they're going to get through to people. So that's why those are the people that give the anti-MLM community a bad name, and that I do not agree with. I do not agree with bullying. I do not agree with attacking people. And even if the MLM rep is making crazy claims, attacking them is not the way that you're going to get through to them. It's not. It's really, really not. Now, the next thing that I did want to go over in this was the fact that she said, don't tell me the government or not great people aren't using technology to brainwash you and influence your decisions. Girlfriend, the same could be said about you. And I know that I just said don't attack MLM reps, and I know that that kind of seems like I am attacking her, but the thing is that the things that she was saying are the typical things that we see in MLM reps all the time. And what she's also doing is influencing people's decisions, because she's sitting there and saying that the rest of us are lying, that we're spreading lies, and that, you know, she has a finance degree, so let me do the math for you. And of course, we have to take her word for it because she has a finance degree. But the thing is that she's doing the exact same thing that she's saying other people are doing, that she's saying anti-MLM people are doing, because that is towards the anti-MLM community. I know that you shouldn't assume because you make an ass of you and me, but we all know that that's towards the anti-MLM community and people who don't agree with MLMs. That's basically what I wanted to talk about in this video, and I did just want to react to the video because the person who sent it to me and the person who told me about it, I feel really bad for this person, and that's why I needed to talk about this, because I know that this wasn't just towards certain people. This wasn't just towards the anti-MLM community. I do feel as though sometimes these MLM reps, when they act like this, it is a cry for help. And I do think that I think the fact that if she's losing coaches, and if people are telling her that it's oversaturated, and if people are telling her that this business didn't work for them, and that it's the structure, not the person themselves, I do think that she's probably concerned about her business and her income. And I do think that it's starting to get to these MLM reps. The anti-MLM community is growing every single day. And I think that that is why a lot of MLM reps are lashing out like this. And a lot of them are screaming into their phones, and they're ranting in their Insta stories and you know, they're being nasty to people. So I guess that's all that I have for you guys today. I'm so sorry if this video was kind of all over the place, but this was sent to me last night and I had to react to it before my thoughts kind of left me, and I'm hoping that I can edit this and get this up by Monday. I don't know if I can, but anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. I'm going to go enjoy my last day with my in-laws, so I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit like, subscribe, support me on Patreon if you want, check out my merch, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Monica, reporting to you live from a highway. Bye!